Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the QuaranStream Vibes Just Hangs here on a thirsty Thursday. Here with my boys. Dreams don't work unless you do. Good afternoon, lads. How you doing?
Very good. Very well.
Excellent.
Stream. What's today's stream? What's the name of it?
Thought Thursday.
Oh, Thursday, huh?
Thursdays.
Oh, that's right, huh?
Tuborg. Wow, she came prepared.
Very prepared.
Shout out to Tuborg. Thank you for the cans.
Shout out to Sean bringing them and throwing them at us.
At least it didn't hit you in your head.
That's it, yeah.
Speaking of Tuborg, there is a virtual festival happening this Saturday, 16th of October, via Nocturnal Animals, Tuborg. They're doing a great thing. It's going to be like a 13-hour stream.
Wow.
Starting from 12 midday. Obviously, you wouldn't, like, it's like a normal festival. You wouldn't go there for the whole 12 hours. You go there, you chill, but then you go see your favorite DJ. So there's going to be a set time so you can catch. There's going to be everything from Viet rappers to underground house, techno, EDM, that sort of stuff.
Awesome.
So
It's going to be a proper festival.
it's free. It's free as well. So go to the Nocturnal Animals page to get all the details. And throughout the day, you can do things like there's workshops. So there's like a workshop held by a good friend of mine named Blonde. She does a women empowering thing. It's like an hour workshop you can join. So yeah, it's going to be awesome.
That'd be really cool. What time
Sounds
does it
fun.
start Saturday?
Starts at 12 noon.
12
It'll
noon.
finish, the last set will finish by 1 a.m.
So it's all day.
It's all day. It's all day. So I mean, a lot of the music stuff will start in the afternoon and stuff, but you've got things to do throughout the day as well.
That's awesome.
Virtual styles. So.
Virtual raves.
But speaking on festivals and music scene, DJ Mag has released their first, the 2021 top 100 ranks in the DJs. Now, me and Pat, we followed a lot of these older DJs and newer DJs who's come through the scene of last year. And obviously, as you guys know, DJ Mag is based on the votes and how they promote themselves. Do you have any idea who number one is? We won't go through the whole list, but we'll start from a quick 20 going back. And I'll run through the list very soon.
I mean, it's all like old artists too, or like.
Yeah, well, you know, the
old
previous 2 or 3 years, I think it was Martin Garrix.
Yeah, Martin G.
That was doing number one for 3 years straight. Oh, no. Last year was Dimitri Vegas, and like Mike, but the previous 3 years was Martin Garrix. So it's a DJ you guys know, and I don't think you guys would think he went number one.
Getta?
I'm gonna guess Avicii.
David?
Well, let's go right up here.
Is it, or is that too soon?
No.
No. So we'll start from 20. Vinny Vici.
Vinny Vici.
Above and Beyond is only 21. Wow,
Yeah.
that's very surprising.
That's-
Above and Beyond is
Below and beyond.
Below and beyond.
no, but I mean
Below and back.
above and beyond is massive. I suppose everyone else on this is also, which is the point.
19, Federal Grande, Nervo Sisters at 18, Vintage Culture 17, Calvin Harris doesn't do any festivals.
When was the last time you saw Calvin Harris?
I think he played recently, but he's only at Vegas, isn't
I
he?
think I saw him in
Just his residency, right?
Coachella or at Vegas last time.
Wow. Tiesto at number 15, WW 14, Marshmallow 13, Rehab, 12, 11, Cashmere, top 10 now, Steve Aoki, and Australia's very own Timmy Trumpet at number 9.
Go, Timmy.
Oliver Hilton's 8, Don Diablo 7,
Afro
Afrojack
at
6.
6.
Dimmy and Like Mike at 5. Alok, he's improved.
Yeah,
He was outside of
Alok has improved a lot.
You'll like his stuff.
Brazilian
Very, very
bass,
awesome.
Brazilian bass stuff.
Got to check it out.
Armin van Buren at 3, Martin Garrix number 2, and the number 1,
Anyone guesses? David who?
David Guetta.
Oh
Yes. But see, I knew Matt would react this way.
no!
You know why?
Changed.
Wait. I had the exact same reaction, not for this, but when David started doing these new underground sounds that he used to do via an alias name called Jack Back, he started coming back on scene because he goes, I've done the commercial scene, I've done the mainstream, I'm going back to my old sound.
Yeah, right. Okay.
And if I play you any of his tracks, you would be like, no way.
You wouldn't think it was Dave.
Yeah, right, okay,
I promise you. And plus, he's been doing the most work out there as well. He's been doing streams, charity work, a lot of stuff. So congratulations, David Guetta.
Shout out David Guetta.
And for all you people out there who haven't heard of his new sound, I highly recommend it. It's not like your damn
Typical.
sexy beat. Even though that's a good song with Akon and stuff, but his new sound is It's proper Ray. It's called Future Ray.
It's not as commercial as you would think he was.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's not the stuff that you would see on like music videos and what was it
You hear like mainstream on
yeah.
like, the radio.
Exactly. It's a lot more. It's a lot more sounding like underground sounding.
Yeah, like an underground.
Yeah.
and
Stages.
an actual rave. That's
Correct.
What it sounds like.
Correct.
Old school.
They
You'll
call
like
it Future Raves. So. Yeah.
We'll have to get you on it, Maddie. So we'll
Maddie's
All
come
right,
by
I'll
you.
check it out. I'll check it out for
I just
sure.
know Maddie's going to be like, this is not David.
Probably. That's probably what's going to
Or
happen.
is he like, it's not noir and pure. I don't know.
Oh man, it's not Nora and Pure. It's not Ben Boma.
I don't think she was on the list.
No, she's on the list.
She's on the
list. I saw her earlier because I love it.
Oh, there she is, number 59.
Yeah, 59.
See, that
She's
was
great.
a
She's got a new
69.
set.
10 below.
There's a new set on her in some sort of a waterfall setting. She has like a 1.5 hour set of just that house.
Mm.
So good. It's so relaxing.
Tropical vibe.
Is it morning hangover tunes or not? That's what I need to know.
For who?
Or
Nora, right? Are we talking about Nora?
Yes, it could be used.
Oh,
for
yeah.
that. I also think it's a good.
4 a.m. tunes.
How do I say it? It's like a chill down type.
Chill
of-
down. All right,
Chill
all right.
down.
Chill down. That sounds perfect. That sounds perfect for a hungover morning.
Chill down sunrise set.
Yes.
Mm.
That's
Mm.
that's
That's Matthias.
Yeah,
That is my specialty, my
Even
style.
the sunset
Matthias
set is
morning.
nice.
yeah.
Sunset.
Yeah.
Sunset is nice too. Just
Mm.
to gear you up.
That's how you started though. It starts off at sunset, gets a little bit heavier.
Well, look, there's like a good 10 hours between the two, so you could probably even put on both times. Sunset and sunrise.
Sunrise.
Thank you.
Lunch.
I'm looking forward to listening to some of Matthias's choice
Oh
for
man,
this. We call it the Matthias morning set.
Maddie mornings.
Yes,
mornings.
exactly.
Mornings with Maddie.
Many good mornings.
Mornings with Maddie. Hey, that
Look, if you guys are into Ben Boma or Lane 8 especially, Lane Great, but also Nora and Pure definitely, then I think you guys would enjoy my sort of music.
Nora
my
and
tunes.
Pure.
Purified radio.
Well, I already know from that is a good selection.
Yeah.
There must be something good in your
I have a DJ name for Maddie.
Yeah.
We call him Maddie Ain't Pure. Ooh, that's hair.
Too much truth in that. Good.
I thought you were going to go to DJ Spoon or something. Spoon. DJ Spoon. Hey, so I believe we have an update on the elk.
Do we now?
Our boy's back.
So Sean's random news on the elk that had the tire around its neck for 2 years.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Good news. It's great news.
We got a
Leroy.
follow up on reasons why they didn't cut through the tire.
So what did we say last time when we were reviewing this about the reasoning why they cut
We were talking, saying that
or
Well, we were saying
assumptions?
they found the elk. Why did they cut the elk's
antlers.
antlers?
Yeah.
So why did they cut the elk's antlers versus just cutting the tire? And the news says they tried that, and for whatever reason, they weren't able to do it. So I think it says a little further down. Is this the original article?
Not the original.
I know someone sent.
So
it was to do
I
with
sent
the tire steel.
Yeah, so I sent through the little quote in the group chat.
Let's call the elk Leroy.
Basically,
Leroy. I don't
they
know.
were saying they both wanted. So both the guys that were like rescuing the elk, they both wanted to leave the antlers on, but they wouldn't be able to cut through the steel in the bead of the tire. So I don't know if you guys. Obviously, you've seen like the inner rim of the tire that like pops onto the metal of the wheel. That's got like strong steel wires through it, and they weren't able to do that without
So cutting
damaging
through
the
that
actual
would be
elk.
like impossible.
Yeah. So that was the.
But they
that was the
tranked
reason.
it, right? They tranked it. So I'm sure there's a way.
Yeah. I mean,
No,
whatever.
there for sure should be a way they can cut through. Put something like under, so it was like covering. Its
Yeah,
skin
who
there,
knows?
and then-
You guys also did say that it does grow back, yes? That's a fact.
Yeah,
I didn't say that, I'm not sure.
Each year they like shed the hair on it, and so like it does grow more and more. But I mean, it takes time for it to like.
Yeah, I
grow
don't think
to
it.
that.
I don't think it's like
grow to that
fast.
stature.
It's years
Yeah,
for it to
but
come
years.
out full.
So these elks just come back like with a full on crew cut.
So now
Yeah.
I'm sure all the women
I wonder.
Head
They
shaved.
all left him.
I wonder if he feels like he was just circumcised in sort of that sense.
I would, because all the girls run away then, you know.
That's true.
That's true.
Oh, I mean, it doesn't matter if you're circumcised or not; they're still gonna come. But I mean, like,
I don't
Tell
know.
us about this experience, Sean.
Yeah,
it's
Sean.
like, it's like they like chopped off, you know, Uncle Pete.
Uncle Pete, tell us about
No,
this.
Uncle Pete.
About what? Mine's short enough as it is. I don't need to chop it anymore. Oh, I got to go in on an angle. That's my game. Because if you hit the walls, at least it would be
That's true.
That's the point, yeah.
There's some sort of feeling when it hits the
Otherwise,
walls.
it's like just going into like that. See, there's nothing.
Like a sausage down a hallway.
Yes. How I explain it to the ladies is my tactic is like bumper bowling. You know, when you throw the ball down, it just goes side to side. Yeah.
Yes, I understand.
That's still fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like to do it.
So, hey, you still hit a strike doing that.
Yeah, so it works.
Anyways,
Let's move on.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you just joined us, QuaranStream Vibes, Thirsty Thursday. Cheers, everybody, if you're in the house right now.
shout out to Two Bob.
Shout out to Bob.
Cheers.
Matty likes to drink it out of a mug.
Indeed.
If you just joined us, this QuaranStream Vibes just hangs Thirsty Thursday. So we'll be wrapping up the QuaranStream today, but we'll be back tomorrow for the Friday show and, of course, Sunday sessions where we roasties if you guys are not hungover this time.
We will see.
We roasted you last time, Sean.
Oh, did you guys?
Yeah, because you did a pointless story where you filmed yourself, and I think you wrote the time and getting lunch, and then the second story was like literally 2 seconds of it coming down to your crotch. I was like, what the hell was that for? You could have just posted the first part.
Typical Sean story.
I mean, it was getting lunch, you know, like someone had to get lunch.
Bit of self promotion.
That was literally.
I think it was maybe it was like a subliminal suggestion to the people watching his Instagram.
They had dessert, so who wants the lunch?
Yeah.
There it is, right?
Someone was getting lunch.
That's true. All right, ladies and gentlemen, don't go away. We'll come back right after this. Pomodoro. Welcome back to QuaranStream Vibes, ladies and gentlemen. Just hang till WisePass. Enjoy life every day, everywhere. Maddie, some interesting news from you.
Yeah, that's right. So the EU, we'll wait until it's up there.
Every user.
So it's coming up on the screen now. The EU has been actually like a really like a leader in environmental protection, as well as like a number of other fields like privacy on the internet and things like that. But currently they are looking to ban oil and gas exploration in the Arctic, which is amazing.
It's a great thing.
If they can actually push this through the EU Parliament, that's going to make a massive difference in terms of how much digging around we do and how much ruining of that pristine environment that we actually do. I'm hoping that me personally, I'm hoping that this goes through. Probably the thing that I'm sort of most concerned about is that the EU doesn't include Russia. So as we can see in this paragraph here,
Russia's president.
Putin.
Mr. Putin.
Yeah, so Moscow would eventually benefit from such a ban due to rising prices, but it says they're just going to keep doing it, which is a shame given that I think they claim something like 50% of the Arctic region because of course Russia is
It's right there.
in the Arctic, right? So
So they're going to take over.
let's
Go Putin.
well, let's not.
Wait, do they own it, or they've just claimed?
They've claimed it, but they pretty much own it because the country like
That's part of it.
there's basically like an exclusive economic zone that's 200 kilometers from the actual edge of the land area in your of your country, which is partly why there's all the conflict between China and Vietnam and Philippines, and I think Malaysia as well, about the South China Sea and the 9 dash line. So this is kind of like a general rule, like in international waters, about who owns the resources underneath under the
It's
sea.
like China and America are feuding about that.
So
Yeah.
because of that reason, Russia owns something like I think it's something like 40 or 50% of the Arctic region, and so obviously they're not part of the EU, so they won't be. Hopefully, they sign up to this, but most likely they won't. Having said that, this is still definitely a huge move in the right direction, and well done, go EU for being responsible about protecting this planet, basically.
Except for Putin.
Except for Putin,
Go Vlad.
he's not part of EU.
Mm. Well, is the how like the Antarctica is there's like a 20 nation treaty
Between everyone.
between there, right? It's not the same in the North Arctic because they probably don't have the same. I guess the military protecting that for whatever reasons they're protecting it for.
There is some sort of alliance, but I'm not sort of across. I'm not really across the full details of it. Having said that, in that article that we were just looking at, it does talk about the Arctic Council, which sounds like that sort of thing, which does include Russia, the US, as well as other Canada, Iceland, and three EU states. So that's the forum for cooperation. But who knows whether they actually get anywhere with negotiations and stuff, given
What
that.
actually goes on in that meeting?
Right. I mean, I'm sure there's lots of reporting and
It must be pretty
stuff.
chilled.
Oh, ba-dum. Nice one,
Okay,
Katie.
interesting. Yeah, I mean, there's still. It's like I think we're moving into the current day and age where now people are going even deeper back to history.
Mm.
On like
Claiming territory.
Yeah, claiming territory. Who was originally, and if there was some sort of an actual civilization there for you to even claim before it was that, or there's a lot of that stuff. Like Australia Day. Do you celebrate Australia Day for what it is, or do you stop that? Because now 26th of January is not about Australia being.
What is it about now?
Well, that was the day they took over.
But then they
and
changed
The
it.
indigenous are saying, well, you stole the land.
Yeah.
So-
Australia. I mean, I'm not sure how many of our viewers are sort of familiar with Australian history, but there's definitely a lot of bloody conquest and genocide and stuff like that, which many countries do have through history. Doesn't make it okay, but yeah, it is a question about do we celebrate Australia Day, and what's the reason for it? Do we celebrate Australia Day as a celebration of what it means to be Australian today, or are we looking into the past and looking at historical injustices at a huge scale, like genocide, for example? And I mean, obviously, my personal humble opinion is that if we're celebrating Australia for what it is today, that's totally cool. That's totally fine. But celebrating a genocide is probably not.
So maybe
That's not cool.
changed.
Or even just like clarify it. Australia Day is about celebrating us in the current day for who we are as a people and who we are as a nation.
Mm-hmm.
I think if there's some clarification on that, that would probably go a long way towards sort of, I guess, reducing the conflict, or I don't really know. That's the smartest thing I can come up with off the cuff.
So maybe if like more like indigenous and cultured people are getting, recognized and more land back, maybe there'll be some more Indian casinos in America.
Yeah, great. Just what we need, more casinos.
Why would you need more casinos, mate?
More fun. More casinos, more loss of money, more.
It's pretty insane when you think about more casinos. Like, no matter how many casinos
I'm
pop
there for
up,
the buffets, mate.
There's never.
It's
No,
never- there's always enough people for every casino that pops up.
they're usually really big, so.
Well, good for entertainers. Some gigs, mate.
So hey, we can do a podcast there.
Cool.
Exactly.
Right on
Live
the
stream,
table.
actually.
Have a slap, mate.
Have a slap. We got a comment from AT, a regular viewer. Show us the place to what's in your crib.
I can do that real quick.
Yeah, like a walk.
Yeah, while you guys
You
chat.
could do that with
I'll do
the
that with the other camera.
camera. We put that in
Oh
the
yeah,
main.
cool. I was actually just bringing up the. Cool.
I told AT that he could probably next week he could probably pop in and say good day if he wants to.
Yeah,
Why not?
18 jump on.
If we're here.
So you can unplug that, Paddy, because it's on NDI. It was a bit laggy on the Wi-Fi, but it should be okay.
So now you guys get to see the working space.
So we're here at Serco co-working space here in District 1, Ho Chi Minh City on W. It's right across from the Sheraton Hotel.
And Hotel Saigon, right?
And-
Or it is Hotel Saigon.
Yeah, this is the setup. The last couple of days you saw us do it in the actual meeting room or the boardrooms. But today I thought we'd go lounge styles.
Bit more casual. Bit more casual in the lounge.
Yeah. Plus because no one's here, so we can sort of.
Show them the cool phone booths.
That's where Clark Kent comes out. Superpowers.
If you go in there, is it like a Filipino version?
Come out as
Sissig man.
Come out as a boat.
That is a pretty
Mm.
good.
Actually, it's good.
Yeah,
I don't mind that at all.
Yeah, I don't mind that view at all. Might have to wear some jeans now.
Yeah, definitely. Put some pants on for the next stream.
Pants off stream.
That's off street.
You might have to close the legs in a little bit.
I always
And the ones of the tripod too.
Keep the legs nice, good. Night, boys and men.
Is that a better one? That's a better one. So that's in the crib. That's in the crib, mate.
Welcome to the crib.
Apparently there is a bar, but I don't know if there's any alcohol. But there's like a
Cafe.
There's tea and water.
yeah, like a prep bar where you can
Tea,
get
water.
tea, water, that sort of stuff.
Coffee.
And
Yeah.
get the charge on again, Paddy. As we know, iPhones are pretty shit on the batteries from this version anyway. The new ones are a little bit better. Yeah.
I just need a new battery. My battery dies like literally in the morning. It's on, works so good, and then like 12 o'clock, it's at like 40%. It takes forever to charge.
Yeah. So as you guys may have noticed, in our previous streams when we were at our own houses, Sean appeaed to be very orange and Mars-like. His face was like that red. And
Turns out he had jaundice.
yes, he had jaundice.
Good old jaundice.
Jaundice. He had the old orange Oompa Loompa styles. But he sent me an article today about Mars. So maybe we can bring that up and see why he sent me a picture of himself for.
It's Venus. Same.
Oh, it's Venus?
Yeah, it's Venus.
Okay. I just saw red, so I thought,
Yeah, same.
Mars styles. So, so what is this? What is this new finding?
Same,
Hey,
right?
Sean,
No.
what's your name?
It only looks like if it's at your place, because then you're red.
I got the orange glow there. Huh? So
That looks like a kitchen tabletop with like some fisheye lens
it
over
looks
it.
really nice. Like it would be a good table, you know. It kind of looks like
Or like that backlit marble that they use in lifts and
Mm,
things like that.
So yeah, this
Could be
is-
it. Where's the stars?
Once again, where are the stars? So
Cropped
Venus,
out, man.
Venus is like our sister planet. That is the closest one to us. That is very similar.
Sister planet.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, very similar. It seems like they would have been like alike as like habitated and you know life on it. But they were wondering like why is it so close? Very similar. But why isn't there any water? And because they looked and saw that the dark clouds affect water or the rain from coming in. So the heat from the sun doesn't let any.
Got trapped,
Yeah,
basically.
it gets trapped there, and so.
How do they know that though?
Once again,
Scientific.
They're not sending monkeys up there. Monkeys coming back. Yo, this is what happened.
There's someone there that's just sitting, just waiting and reporting.
Matt Damon.
Yeah, Matt Damon.
so yeah, they figured that out, and they're like, "Oh, well, this is why it can't be inhabited, right? Inhabited," and that's why they thought there were like oceans and stuff. But come to find out, it's just been too hot that it was impossible for any rain or any water to actually. stay on.
Basically, Earth, if we don't get a hold of this climate change deal
And,
in like
well,
a couple of hundred years.
That's what it also says. Like Earth is like very, you know, on the verge of being very similar. Like it's getting too hot, and clouds are forming above it, keeping too much heat inside. So not enough.
Maybe we just need to update the iOS, mate. That's all it is.
Probably.
That's probably why it's
iOS.
meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still so amazed at how they find out things like this. I mean, like, obviously they have formulas and the bots that they send up there,
Science, bro. Science.
and the
How
data
many
they get
ET
back. But it's
babies
just
are
it's just
there?
crazy that measures that.
Yeah, like
You know,
I mean,
like
how can you tell? Like
How can you tell it was more than 4 billion years ago?
exactly.
Just look into your past.
Pixar didn't happen.
Yeah.
There you go.
Pixar didn't happen.
Pixel lie.
Pixar lie. Sean, can you name all the planets in chronological order from the sun?
Hell no.
You mean distance order?
Distance, yeah.
No,
Sorry,
not
missed
at all.
disorder.
Nope.
There's a way to remember it. There's like a
Like an
Acronym.
algorithm.
yeah. It
It's
was
an
like
acronym.
my
Acronym,
very
algorithm.
easy
Acronym.
memory
My,
So Mercury, Venus,
Earth,
my very
Earth,
easy.
Mars. I think the
Jupiter,
next one's Jupiter, Saturn.
Saturn.
Neptune, Uranus. Pluto's not there
I
anymore,
think
right?
it's the
Pluto's
11th.
not
I think it's
Uranus.
Neptune.
Oh yeah, Uranus.
Neptune.
It's
Pluto.
Uranus. No, that's how you pronounce it. You don't
You
pronounce it.
Uranus. Uranus.
That's how you pronounce it. It's Uranus, not Uranus.
Ah.
Uranus. But Pluto's not there anymore. Yes,
No,
apparently.
Pluto's not a planet. It's a star.
Maybe-
Maybe
I thought
they-
Pluto was a dog.
It's a star. Yeah, Mickey.
Well, apparently, from what we learned in school, in primary school,
Mm.
some 30 years ago, it was the smallest, coldest, furthest.
Yeah.
But
Planet.
now
But it was
apparently,
still classified
But it
as
was still
planet.
it was still part.
so what is it? It's a rock now.
It's a star.
But there's supposedly there's a planet that's not a name, but it's just a number.
Mm.
Whatever
Why
it is.
wouldn't they just leave it? Like, what the hell? Why do you have to change it? Like,
Because that's how science works. Sean.
it's been Pluto our whole life, and then it's like
That's how
Now
science
it's-
works.
it's
once,
rock.
once it's proved wrong, you got to change.
rock
You gotta
point
change
zero
it.
six seven two.
It's like in court.
So it says via Google. You know how I love my stats, fellas.
What
So
is
what does it
Pluto?
say?
What is Pluto? According to NASA, Pluto is a
Labrador.
dwarf planet.
Dwarf planet.
A dwarf planet travels around or orbits the sun just like other planets,
So Samwise is there.
but it's much smaller.
So it is a planet.
Yeah.
So let's just
It's a
keep
dwarf
it-
planet. So you'd
It's a
find
dwarf.
Samwise and the hobbits there.
So apparently they
Frodo.
apparently they downgraded it.
I don't know. I like Samwise.
It was-
Gandalf, you shall not.
Sam was definitely cooler than
Yeah,
Frodo.
that was way cool.
Yeah, like Sam.
It was downgraded to a dwarf planet because it did not meet the three criteria.
How do you?
What's the
how do you-
criteria?
How do you think Pluto feels? Got
Cold.
downgraded, bro.
So
It's like the black sheep.
That's
So essentially, Pluto meets all the criteria except one.
Which is
It has not cleared its neighboring region of other objects.
what does that mean?
Whatever that means.
they're
Do
just
you want me to
effing
tell you?
with Pluto.
What? Is it in orbit with the sun as well though?
Yeah, so it's not definitely in orbit with the sun.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not. It's not
planets
as
are.
circular as all the rest of the planets. It's much more elliptical. And
Well, apparently Earth is not supposed to be a perfect sphere
It's
either.
flat.
it's not.
Yeah,
It's flat.
It is.
it's a
flat.
dome.
It is flat.
I knew that would-
We can get into a whole nother podcast with that.
I knew that would get Maddie.
But Maddie hasn't looked into it.
I have a relevant quote. Never argue with idiots because they'll drag you down to their level and beat you with experience.
Good thing we're not idiots.
Let's
Speak for yourself, Petey.
Let's do a special one.
Let's do a special on Sunday instead of a roast session Sunday.
We can talk about science things.
Science Sunday.
Oh, Science Sunday.
Science Sunday.
What grinds Maddie's gears?
Flat Earth. Let's talk about flat
Have you
Earth.
looked into it though?
I'll be not there.
Yeah, because you'd be on the other side of the edge.
No.
Have you actually looked into it?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
Have you been?
Flat Earth, you mean? Flat
have
Earth
you been to
theory.
space?
Like a professional look at it, not from someone that just says this.
So my boy.
Is there
Elon-
a
There's
professional
actual
look at
books you can get. I didn't read the books, but I looked at
things I will
some
never
people-
be buying?
No, because
Yeah.
it's online. But I
Okay.
don't want to go into too much here, but there is
Like
some
a white
observation
Death Star.
tests
Yeah.
that really make sense.
That's
and
really
I
cool.
was like, fuck off.
Like really.
But really, to be honest, when I saw something, even Pat, it's like, that does make sense.
So the easiest, clearest test that I can say is when you stand somewhere really high up or on a horizon that's really flat. So for example, like a cruise ship on an ocean, and you could go right up to the top.
Down first.
Yeah,
It's
and you
the
look
distance.
into the horizon.
It's distance.
What's distance?
Because what they did was, if you go by NASA,
That's right. It's distance because it's curving. It's the
Yeah,
Earth is
but
curving.
It's perception. They have a camera that zooms in and it pulls the ship back into full view.
Yep.
So the thing when things go further away from you, they get smaller,
Mm.
and because it's
Yeah, but they don't sink below the horizon.
No,
though.
no, because it's so blurry that distance away you can't see. Because
I'm gonna give you the microphone here, Peter.
and I'll just say one thing, and I'll show it to you. And I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying that maybe what we've been taught is not what it could be. There could be more to it. But here, this is the thing. According to NASA or whatever scientists statistics say that the Earth curves every 8 point something miles. You can look that up. But on a certain plane, same horizon distance from a certain island to past 8 miles or whatever it is, you can still see the city of Chicago when you shouldn't be in accordance to and it wasn't refraction. Scientists are saying it's refraction. That's not a refraction, not a mirage. You see the city, and you're not supposed to see if you're going by the curvature of the Earth.
Okay. I mean, I can't sort of not having seen
When I
the
saw-
thing that you're talking about, I can't comment.
I'll send you something to watch, and then we can talk about it.
Wait.
I think it's interesting. Like I have an open mind, so I'm very interested in seeing. Okay, fuck, that's kind of cool, but I don't know, because to really know the truth is to actually be out there, like how NASA is out there and taking a real photo of it.
You guys want to know what's not flat? Nicki Minaj.
That's right.
On that
She's
note,
curved as hell.
we have a question from AT. Do you guys believe in a secret planet in our solar system called Planet 9?
Well, it's not a secret anymore, is it?
Yeah, now you've just exposed
What do
it.
you mean secret planet?
Wait, yeah, what?
It's like an Easter egg.
Planet 9 is a hypothetical planet in the outer region
So it's hypothetical.
of the solar
So
system.
it's not real.
So it's not real. It's
It's a made-up planet.
It's a made-up planet that could be there. Its gravitational effect could explain the unlikely clustering of orbits.
It's my planet.
Mm.
Planet.
So is the
Sean.
black hole real? Have we ever seen the black hole?
They
I've seen a
actually-
few black holes.
They
Not the dirty ones.
they actually just took some photos of the black hole that they.
I could take a photo of a black hole for you right now.
There's 4 of it here. But so has it been found?
I guess they. Yeah.
The
they
question
found
the
it.
question is, AT, has it been found? Do you know about it, AT? Apparently, as of October
Is it in our
2021,
Milky Way?
Well, it's in our solar system,
it's
which
in
is in our
solar
Milky
system.
Way.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's only theory, Petey. No one's gone out there and actually.
So
like,
where
you
would
know,
it be amongst the
looked at it.
planets? Further than Pluto.
I guess. Well,
And
but
it
no
meets,
one.
and it meets the 3 criteria.
Right, the
It's a planet,
criteria.
Yeah.
But there's yeah. I think it's just all assumptions, right? It's all speculation that it's
So
that
no
it
one's
exists.
actually seen it, but they're just making it up that there is another.
What if there was
smaller-
what if there was a 10th planet?
There probably is. I believe in the 10th more than the 9th.
Okay, so let me get this straight. So when any scientist for space
Man, his
exploration
gears are
just suddenly
grinding.
goes, hey guys, there's a possible chance, this is a hypothetical, that there's another planet.
Yeah.
Are we supposed to just go, oh shit, true? Or we just gonna go, okay, fuck,
Well, I mean, you
prove
can
it.
put-
Then I'll go, yeah, okay.
You
cool.
can put almost anything online, and someone's going to believe it. You know.
That's the smartest thing you've said all session, Sean.
You here for that?
It says here what one of the questions on Google is what would Planet 9 be called? What would you guys call it?
Planet 9 sounds pretty cool.
Planet 9 sounds pretty cool.
What's
real cool.
what's the key features of it?
But it says here, well, it's a hypothetical planet, so then we don't have any key features.
Okay, so if you could make-
Planet fake.
Well, here apparently it's called Planet X.
It's too easy to use X,
That's
man.
like no.
I bet you Elon made it up then.
Probably. It's
Also,
probably,
X is like the Roman numeral for 10, so
10,
I don't know why
so,
the hell
yeah.
you call the ninth
Yeah.
planet X. Like, that makes no sense at all.
that's
It's
more
kind of like the iPhone, isn't it?
That's what I was saying.
He's sounding smart now.
You understand me?
When he said that he would believe Planet 10 more than Planet 9,
Yeah,
now
yeah.
it makes sense.
Is that why iPhone skipped the planet iPhone 9 and just went straight to iPhone 10?
Yeah.
But you don't pronounce it X?
Correct. I knew Sean was good for
Theory to
something.
all this, you guys, you know, it's not.
See,
nothing
guys,
up
it's
here.
it's
So
like
Steve Jobs is there.
Yeah, it's Steve's up here like, hey, throw it in, just fucking help.
At this point, I wish I did drink vodka before this podcast.
gears are grinding, ladies and gentlemen.
Grinding
Wow.
hard.
Okay, that's
Um,
interesting, man. That's
But yeah,
really
anyways, it says that it's believed to be about 10 times the mass of Earth and 5,000 times the mass of Pluto. Pretty cool assumptions considering no one has ever seen this.
So who came up with this?
Apparently, it's flat as well. So
Obviously, it's fun.
Scientific.
No, actually, it's like the peanut, the two peanut.
so it's got an elongated shape.
So shit's go like this.
Interesting.
It's where the real Dogecoin is going.
Maddie's like, get me out of here.
A little bit, yes.
Let's cut to a break, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back after these messages.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a beautiful Thursday
where we grind Maddie's gears. Clearly, he's having a good time.
It's going well. It's going well, guys.
If you see him walk out, it's all good.
Tell
It's
them the Earth is
also-
flat.
And then whenever you see him, don't talk about the Earth being flat. Otherwise, you'll get a sock in the face.
Talk about the 10th planet.
But let's get off that topic, Matty.
All right. So other developments around the world, I believe there is a growing movement for the 4-day work week. I think in many countries, people are starting to realize that you can be just as scientifically proven, guys. You can be just as effective and productive in a 4-day work week as a 5-day work week. Because
Depends on the job, though.
yeah, I mean, absolutely. Look, if you're required to actually be present for a particular reason to serve customers or whatever it is, then it's more difficult. If you're required to be part of some sort of industrial process that relies on a certain number of hours being worked, I think it's generally referring to more like knowledge-based employees, people who need to use their brain or creativity for their work.
So you mean the stream?
For example, this
4-day
stream.
stream.
For, well,
Petey,
We do 6 days.
so
we're getting ripped, guys.
the article is
Okay.
talking specifically about Ontario, but I think generally
It's gonna
across
go,
the
like,
world, this is
worldwide.
a growing momentum.
So Canada,
Um,
Ontario.
Canada, Ontario, yes, Ontario, Canada.
Is it still full hours per day, though?
I believe it's still like the standard 8-hour workday, but instead of 5 days, it's 4 days.
that.
Do you still do the 48-hour work
Good.
week
Or the 40.
or the 40-hour
I think it's
work week?
No, I think it's less. I
Australia,
think
we're
it goes
allowed to do
down to
48. In Australia, legally, you can only work for 40 hours a week.
No, that's not right.
Plus overtime. But
Plus
you're-
overtime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But you're generally 40 hours. In the books.
Yeah,
Yeah, in the books.
that's the legal limit, right?
Us Asians work an extra 20 hours at takeaways straight after the office.
Straight after the office.
Pay me.
Underneath under the table, mate. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so exciting. I don't know how many of our listeners are sort of doing like full 5-day or 6-day
or 7.
or 7-day full 8 hours. But
We're on 6.
if there's anyone listening from Western countries that are looking at this sort of stuff, it's probably time to sort of push your company and push your boss to sort of adopt this. And there is actual scientific evidence that proves that you can be just as effective, if not more,
Yeah.
because you're more refreshed and you're more able to deploy those very limited sort of mental resources as opposed to just being exhausted by the end of the week. Or,
That's what
even
that's
Monday.
what America needs.
What-
Like 4 days a week is like
Yeah.
enough. I mean, working 6 and like busting your ass, like you're exhausted. And just 2 days is enough because you get off and like you get the one day and then maybe you enjoy that night and you still have to recover that next day. And
What are you recovering from, mate?
COVID. And so
Well, yeah. During COVID or the pandemic, they actually tested this out quite well. I think they did it in America as well because they were forcing people to come back to work. And then they
Forcing now.
Yeah, they were forcing people to come back to work. They said, "Look, you
They need
need to
people.
come back to work to the office." And they said, "We work perfectly fine at home, and we were just as effective, if not more effective,
at home.
at home, and also working less hours than to what we were doing in the office." And I think there was a number about 50% of staff didn't want to come back to work if they were being forced to do 5-day a week work. So,
Unsurprising, really. I mean, like,
So
like,
do you
I
get paid
remember-
more to come to work?
No.
It makes their life easier. They don't have to like drive anywhere. I mean,
Yeah,
some
it's
people are driving
commuting-
such commute. is
Commuting
so
kills
big.
your soul. I mean,
Yeah.
that was certainly my experience when I had a full-time job and I had to commute to the
Oh
office
my
every
God.
day. The commute
yeah.
was just horrific. It's just used to kill me on the
And
inside.
I think if you could put like half the world or less at home, like the ecosystem as far as like
Less transport, certainly.
less
yeah.
transportation, so
Yeah.
like
Speaking of commute, when you guys, I remember here in Vietnam, people used to say, "Oh man, District 2, it's so far from District 1." And you think about you're talking about 4.5 kilometers when living in Australia, we're used to traveling 40 kilometers one way,
And that's quick.
30 kilometers one way, which is we drive faster, yes, but at least our travel is 10 times longer than it is here, and people are complaining about
Sure.
how
4
how
kilometers.
short.
There's some interesting comparisons, though. I mean, if you're looking at sort of a spread out, huge country like Australia with a very low population versus basically the complete opposite in Vietnam, where we've got in this country, we've got 4 times the population and probably like 1/10 the land area.
Yeah.
That number's probably not 100% right, but it's probably close.
Close.
And then on the other hand, and because of that, like there's also like really densely populated urban areas.
Yeah.
And not so many suburbs.
Yeah. They're in the
So-
suburbs are far out, or like D7, even D9.
Well, you know,
like,
when everyone wants to live in a house with land for their 2.4 children and dogs and cats and everything,
Yeah,
which
live
is
inner city.
essentially the Australian dream, but it's also the American dream to have
Yeah.
a white picket fence and all of that.
cool.
You can't pack people as densely together, and
Mm.
so therefore then you need a vehicle
Yeah.
to get to even your nearest
So
shop,
and
which
so.
might be a 10-minute drive away.
Yeah.
Whereas that's certainly not the case here. You go down to the local corner store and it's like 3 houses down.
Or the house next door that
Or the
happens
house
to
next
sell
door.
a bit of that stuff that
Yeah.
you need. So,
I mean, you would have experience with this PD, like with the working from home, like with your partner Mio has been working from home for the last couple of months.
Mm.
Have you seen like productivity drop? Because I know every time I'm at your place, I see her grinding even
No.
when she's at
Hard
home.
work.
She's probably even working harder when she's at home compared to the office.
the only thing that she's missing, or the company is missing, is taking your clients to dinner. That's the
the
only thing at the
entertainment
moment.
side of it.
The
So-
NENG, yeah.
They still do their chat on the conference and stuff like that, but they don't
takes
have that
away
after
from
work.
the
Let's go.
actual
Yeah.
meeting.
I guess that part always kind of seals the deal
Mm.
for contracts.
It's the
Face
connection
value,
that-
that sort
yeah.
of stuff. That's the only thing that's missing. But other than that, the workload is still the same. She's still, it's there.
Yeah.
So the stuff that I've been reading sort of talks about the teamwork that you like, and the bonds and
That
the
you
communication that you build with people when you're in the same room, that can't be substituted by Zoom or
Of course,
No,
yeah,
no,
of course.
So that's kind of like the biggest sort of downside that I've read about in terms of like many people working from home in a company. However, you've also got to consider that in many cities, office space itself is ludicrously expensive.
Yeah.
And so many companies are saying, hey, if the productivity of our staff is on par or similar to what it was previously, maybe
Save
we
so much
maybe,
money.
maybe
Yeah,
we
maybe
offer them to stay at home
Yeah.
and get rid of all of
Save
our
money,
hideously
yeah.
expensive office space.
Yeah.
Huge office spaces, thousands, hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
SF.
I mean, the only thing
Yeah,
you'd be
SF
missing
is
out on
big.
is if you work in an office that requires use of printers and binding stuff or getting all that sort of stuff done. I guess maybe
Administrative stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
hands-on.
Admin support, yeah.
But if you're full data and looking at your screen, typing away, calling
Uh-huh.
clients, then
Yeah.
that's
If you're all digital, then it's
Yeah.
easy. Yeah.
And then what about working at home and not and having you're using more electricity and more of your own? There should be
Resources.
you see, because when you commute,
you'd have some sort of allowance, right?
you'd have to.
Yeah, I mean the commute fee. I mean the gas.
But then you're saving on commute, so it kind of go both
I
ways.
suspect
Yeah.
most people would be happy to give up things like extra water and electricity use in
Yeah.
return
Instead
for
of
not having to
driving.
commute,
Yeah.
like, even half an hour each direction.
I mean, yeah, if you could save an hour or two on your day, and
That's
have-
invaluable,
Yeah.
especially if you're doing like a 5 or 6 day work week.
Yeah.
And you have to work. Maybe you have to wake up 2 hours before your shift because it's so far.
Yeah.
It's so far.
Exactly.
You get ready, pull
Yeah.
pants on.
Yeah.
None of the things
Take
you have to do if you're working from
kids-
home.
I don't know that
take your
feeling
kids to
anymore.
school,
Yeah.
Or drop your husband off at work. Or
You
whatever.
can't steal erasers or staplers and
Yeah.
folders and stuff that
Yeah.
you could use.
Huge downside.
I knew that's erasers.
You can't talk to Karen, who's
Making
at
it
the reception.
Good old Karen.
Good old Karen at the reception. Good to see you, Karen. Look, don't
Out of Staples again,
get out
Karen.
of Staples again, Karen.
Kazza.
That's a great jacket you have on there.
Good old Kazza.
You can't take it alone.
Nice. What else we got? Interesting, boys. Something to round off the week for everybody.
I'm leaving.
Oh
Oh, yes, you are
Sean's
leaving.
gone again.
Sean's
Sean's gone.
gone for
Where you going?
reals this time.
Where are you going?
But he's not going far.
I'm not going far. So I will be leaving Saturday to Haiphong.
He joined the mafia, ladies and gentlemen.
Join.
Is that where they all are? Is that like a well known fact or something? Or is that a thing?
I think so.
Tell us a little more.
Can't say that on live.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, so you're
So,
going Saturday?
so Saturday I'll be going to Haiphong. They just allowed flights in, and
But did they allow you in?
that's the big question. We'll find out.
So what's the process of flying?
So I have to get a negative RT-PCR test. You have to have 2 vaccines and a green card, which I'm Mexican, so I already have. And you have to fill out a
Okay,
declaration
gross
form. But before they had a mandatory quarantine zone but just as of I think Tuesday, they changed it to so you can
Nothing now. You do it at home,
You'll
yeah.
be at home quarantine for 7 days.
So
And,
that what does that entail? You can't go outside. You have to be at home. Or your accommodation place or
That's
whatever.
at the accommodation or at your home. So they say
You
they're
probably have to tell them in advance what your address is, and then they may or may not come and check on you. And if you're not
Yeah.
home, then there's going to be problems.
exactly.
Yeah,
So they say
okay.
they'll come and they'll test you on the
Sean
second
stays.
and 7th day.
Yeah.
But I currently have a one-way ticket. Not taking everything. I'm not moving.
Yeah. He's just chilling, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm going to find
It's
out
got a
about,
one-way ticket.
about something in here.
Whether you have a heart or not.
Whether I
Yeah.
have a heart or not.
X-ray all the way in high form.
Yeah, I gotta
Wow.
get an X-ray.
So the real question, Sean, is when does the other three follow suit for
Oof.
the celebrations?
Oof.
That's
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
real
who's
question.
this lucky guy, by the way?
Yeah, what's his name? Tell us what his name is.
Chris.
Oh, he's a Westerner.
Yeah.
Or is that his English name?
That's his English name.
That's cool.
But yeah, so
So will we see you on Sunday?
yeah, you'll see me
Science Sundays.
Sunday.
Well, he's supposed to be in quarantine, right?
Yeah.
yeah, I'll be hiding.
QuaranStream vibes.
We'll see you. We'll see you on Sunday from wherever you are.
Yeah, wherever.
But you have to be there on
Prison
Sunday because
Prison
it's
cell.
Science Sunday.
Oh,
Science
wow.
Sundays. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at Matt. Maddie's like, what? It's Science Sunday?
Better be.
Science.
Flat Earth.
That's awesome, man.
So yeah.
Okay, cool.
but I'll be there maybe 1 week, or well, maybe 2 weeks.
Who are you flying with?
I'm flying by myself.
No, like I mean, who are you flying with? Jetstar,
Vietnam
Vietnam
Airlines.
Airlines. Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, so there's a lot of flights that opened up recently here in Vietnam, but they were booked up and they were really expensive.
That's what I
That's-
heard. I heard that they were canceling a lot of flights because they were, half capacity and they was too expensive.
Yeah, actually, in Ho
This
Chi
is probably
Minh,
the most
there was
interesting
an
part.
article
It's
that
a little
like
dry
families are upset
Yeah.
because
Fuck you.
the husbands or family that are stuck in Hanoi
Mm.
can't pay the fee for them to come back.
Correct,
because
yeah.
They haven't been working; they've been stuck. So that's
What's the price range? Do you know?
it was 2,600,000 one way,
Wow.
and I think before I paid about 1
Yeah.
million.
No, that's quite pricey.
Yeah, so like it's up there. That's just a one-way flight. So.
Yeah. So it's like it's you're looking at about $110 US, ladies and gentlemen, for a one-way flight to Haiphong, which
Which
is
I
obviously
mean, if
next
you're-
to Hanoi.
if you're not in,
I mean, it's not expensive in
Well,
a
I mean,
sense,
yeah, here, but
but
it is a lot.
it is
more
it is a
expensive.
lot of money when you convert it to
VND.
Dong, yeah.
to dong relative to dong. But that's awesome, man.
That's,
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Keep us posted
Very
on the
exciting.
stories.
of course.
What can I give you one piece of advice when you fly over there is don't forget your earphones. Everything else you can forget, but just don't forget your earphones.
Yeah, freaking hell.
Noisy.
Earphones.
Noisy.
No, for his stream.
He's just
Do you
gonna.
even have earphones?
I gave him some. He gave him some.
Oh,
Those
okay,
cheapy
okay,
ones.
okay.
Science Sundays.
Science
Be
Sundays.
ready. Be ready.
You be ready.
Better, hey,
That's what we're talking about.
Matty,
Elon's up here on Sunday.
Matty,
Okay?
you better be oiled up on Sunday. Because
We're
gears,
on the grind,
gears are
those gears.
grinding.
Give me that
You better
heavy,
get a
heavy
bullet-
duty,
no.
high viscosity
You
stuff.
better get a bulletproof vest.
We're-
Shots will be
we're
fired,
running
mate.
out- We're running out of oil. You can't use
You better
too
get a
much,
bulletproof
you know?
vest. Shots will be fired.
Shots will be fired. I've got the sound effects ready.
Awesome. That's awesome. Awesome. So
Yeah,
That's a good update.
Yeah, it's a little-
cool. All right. Well, we'll keep a lookout on your travels for that one, Shawnee.
I'll be on.
On your travels. So what should we finish off for the people? Hour of power.
Hour of power.
Hour of power. Anything we should look out for? I mean, everything's moving along.
Everything.
Is
We're not
moving on.
talking about that.
Yes, everything's moving along
Oh.
anyway. Oh wait, actually, quick shout out to a friend of mine, Matt, up in Hanoi. They've just reopened their restaurant, the Great Wall.
Yes, that's right.
The Great Wall. He has another restaurant, Chopsteak, but the Great Wall is
awesome
open.
spot, guys. Awesome
So
spot.
let me pull that
What
up.
kind of food is it?
So it's officially reopening today. I think limited numbers, maybe 30 or
Mm.
so.
They have fantastic steaks.
But that's Chopsteak. But he's opening his other venue up first.
Yeah,
which
that's right.
is,
The other venue, yeah.
What's it
They
called?
were planning to open one down here before, right?
Yeah, he
Before,
came down for
I think they
like
were
a
looking
location.
for like some locations out here, but
The wall.
It's called the Great
the
Wall.
Great Wall.
The Great Wall. So
Sounds like Chinese.
Yeah, sounds like Chinese, right? Is it Chinese?
like Trump's Great Wall.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, there's a
yeah.
couple of Great Walls.
So we'll pull this up for everybody to see. So here it is. Great Wall.
Yep. Chinese
restaurant. It's on 112 Sung Yil, Hanoi. So they're back. They're back open. Go down there, check them out. Go see Matt. And look at this. Unbelievable.
That's awesome.
That is cool.
So some great
That
food.
is
So it's right near
awesome.
the let's see on the map.
What is it? Is that Sancho Bao or just?
Yeah, I think it's a Sunshine Choi Bao.
I love Sancho Bao.
So if you look at the map here, is that where the lake is?
yeah, Tai Ho Lake.
Yeah, it's right there. So it's not far. So I mean, most of Hanoi will be open already. So
Well, yeah, the clubs and bars and stuff is open.
yeah,
right?
so it's right here.
Yeah.
So Maddie, if you're watching, we'll be up there soon. We'll come up
Definitely.
and do a little stream up there for you guys as well.
That
Great
would be
wall open. Go check it out, guys.
Great Wall Chinese Hanoi, guys.
Don't
We
don't
love
go to the
Chinese
other.
food.
Great Wall. Yeah, so that's happening over there.
Awesome. But
Maybe to wrap things up.
just been hearing grumbles of things opening up.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
Like
exciting times.
some
Exciting
places where
times.
we can hang out. Don't quote me on it, but that's the grumbles that I'm
Grumbles.
hearing.
Things opening up. Yeah,
Things opening up.
Things opening up.
Promoters is starting to
Linda
invite.
down on
Keen.
Linda down in D4's opening
yes.
up. She's opening up.
So yeah, promoter friends have started to promote about some certain locations that are
Yeah, I keep
As
seeing
in
little
like
posts and
entertainment,
all.
leisure,
entertainment and leisure.
locations.
I don't know
Snooker
about.
pool. You said someone
Yeah,
said
Yeah,
saw
I
that.
drove past the place last night that was open for
I
pool.
I saw
Yep.
the
People in there?
pool
Yep,
place.
people in there. Yep.
Not a swimming pool, ladies and gentlemen, as in beer.
Billiards.
Yeah.
Billiards.
Pool. Billiards pool.
Midtown massage. I got some messages from number 17, number 49, number 63. She
Oh,
said
okay.
prepare, be ready.
You got a high phone.
But yeah.
Oh no, I'm letting you guys know. So
Oh.
that's why I
Oh,
said three
thanks, Sean.
numbers.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sean.
Great stuff.
But yeah, no, that's a good sign. If entertainment and leisure is going to start to open up slowly, that's definitely a good sign for us.
It's opening up quickly too. It's really like on the every day I feel like something's changing, and it's exciting to see it moving faster. I feel like it's moving faster than I know it to.
Well, lads and ladies and gentlemen, you've been fantastic. It's been an awesome week. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for staying with us all this time to the stream. Sean, have a good trip. Maddie, we'll hang out a little bit after this. Patty, you as well. You guys have been great. See you guys